Hello, my name is Tavana Ford, and tonight I'm going to be completing my Unit 10 video post on familial and social relationships. So, the first question that we are asked to discuss tonight is identify a situation in which you have or believe you might find yourself requested to provide your professional expertise. So I think the answer to that question in relation to familiar and social relationships would just be maybe if a friend or a family member is going through something mentally or emotionally, and they feel they want to come to you because you do have a certain level of education or experience in whatever they're dealing with. And I think that it could be many things. It could be maybe somebody needing coping skills or different tools to be able to manage their anxiety or manage their overthinking. Because I think that, within us learning about applied psychology, I think that we do learn about things that we or tools that we can give people to help them manage things on their own. And even outside of just, us learning educationally, I think that, with a lot of us being in this field, I think that we ourselves have had to develop tools and skills to be able to manage our own overthinking or anxiety or procrastination, even because that could be something. I mean, people may not think they need therapy, but they're like, this person's in psychology, maybe they can give me the rundown of why I procrastinate, and maybe they've done all this school, and maybe they can give me tools to not procrastinate in my daily life because they had to do it at some point in their educational life. So that leads to the second question. What cultural values exist for you that may influence your decision with this situation? I think that within my culture, there is a big emphasis or value, I should say, put on relationships, right? With your family and with your friends. I think that a lot of people in my culture, people within my friend circle, my family, feel as though that they have a certain level of responsibility to somebody that they care about mentally, emotionally, physically. So that may influence, how much you want to help, which can in turn kind of influence how much you're able to help, right? Especially when we take ethical guidelines into consideration. I think that my cultural background also encourages me to prioritize the well-being of those closest to me, and I think that it could lead to ethical challenges depending on the needs that they have, right? Because if they want to have, they want you to be their therapist, then that could make ethical challenges arise. And then third question, what are professional ethical codes that you might need to review in order to proceed with this decision? So I think that two codes that we could review in this decision-making process would be the code from Section 3, Human Relations, Standard 3.5, which is entitled Multiple Relationships. This standard emphasizes the importance of avoiding multiple relationships that could impair objectivity, professionalism, or lead to conflicts of interest. I think that this code within the APA Code of Ethics, it really it emphasizes how lines can get blurred when there are professional and personal relationships that are going on. And then another code would be from Section 2, Competence, which is entitled Personal Problems and Conflicts. It basically just talks about if personal issues interfere with your ability to be objective and provide professional services, it leads to ethical violations. I think that both of these code or standards within the APA Code of Ethics combined, they really emphasize the reasons why, yes, you can nurture your personal relationships as well as your professional relationships, but to some degree, they do need to be separate, because if the lines are blurred, then, you could be, you could have a liability, right? And we want to make sure that we're protecting everybody as well as protecting ourselves, especially in the eyes of the law.